Think you can spot a toxic person, right? Let me guess. You picture someone loud, aggressive, obviously mean. The kind of person who storms into a room with red flags waving in slow motion. But that's not how it works. Toxic people don't show up looking dangerous. They smile. They laugh. They act caring. They say all the right things. And then they ask a question. Not an insult. Not a threat. Just a simple, innocent-sounding question. And somehow, after answering it, you feel confused, guilty, small, like you did something wrong. That's not an accident. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 questions toxic people love to ask. These questions are subtle. They sound harmless, but they are psychological traps. And once you learn to recognize them and, more importantly, how to respond, you will never fall for them again. Let's get into it. Imagine this. Someone makes a comment about you. Maybe it's about your appearance. Maybe it's about your job. Maybe it's something disguised as advice. It stings. So you calmly say, "Hey, that actually hurt." And they look at you almost amused and say, "Why are you so sensitive?" Pause. What just happened? You expressed that something hurt you. And somehow, within seconds, the spotlight shifted. Now the issue isn't what they said. It's you. Your reaction. Your emotions. Your sensitivity. This is one of the most common emotional manipulation tactics. The goal? To make you question your own feelings. Because the moment you start thinking, maybe I am too sensitive, you stop focusing on their behavior. You start auditing yourself. You start shrinking. And they get away with it. Here's the truth. If something hurts you, it hurts you. That's valid. You don't need a jury to approve your emotions. Healthy people respond with curiosity or care. They say, "I didn't mean that, I'm sorry." Or, "Tell me what bothered you." Toxic people, they shame you for feeling. The next time someone says, "Why are you so sensitive?" Try this. "I'm not too sensitive. That was disrespectful." No yelling. No drama. Just clarity. Watch how powerful that feels. Now let's talk about another one. This one hides behind humor. Picture this. They mock you in front of friends. They tease something personal. You feel embarrassed. You tell them to stop. They laugh and say, "Can't you take a joke?" And now you're stuck. If you say no, you look uptight. If you say yes, they keep doing it. So you force a smile. But here's the thing. A joke is only a joke if everyone is laughing. If you're the only one hurt, it's not humor. It's cruelty with a punchline. This question flips the narrative. Suddenly the problem isn't what they said. It's your inability to handle it. Notice the pattern? The focus keeps shifting away from their behavior and onto your reaction. That's intentional. Instead of defending yourself endlessly, try this. Jokes are supposed to be funny. That wasn't. Simple, calm, direct. You're not attacking. You're clarifying. And if they double down, that tells you everything you need to know. Let's go deeper. You had a rough day. Something stressful happened. You open up. You start explaining how you feel. And before you even finish, they cut in. "Why do you always make everything about you?" That one hits hard, because now you feel selfish, dramatic, needy. But let's rewind. You weren't hijacking a spotlight. You were sharing your experience. That's what relationships are for. This tactic is called deflection. Instead of supporting you, they make you feel guilty for having needs at all. Over time, you start talking less, sharing less, asking for less, and eventually you stop expressing yourself entirely. That's not strength. That's suppression. Healthy people create space for your feelings. Toxic people compete with them. So when someone says, "Why do you always make it about you?" Try this. "I'm not making it about me. I'm sharing how I feel." No apology attached. You are allowed to take up emotional space. Now let's talk about the one that makes you feel like you're losing your mind. You remember something clearly. They promised something. Or they said something hurtful. Later you bring it up, and they respond, "When did I ever say that?" Suddenly your confidence wobbles. You replay the memory in your head. Did I misunderstand? Did I imagine it? This is gaslighting. And it's incredibly damaging because it attacks your sense of reality. When someone consistently denies things you clearly remember, they are training you not to trust yourself. And once you stop trusting yourself, you start relying on them to define what's real. That's power. Here's the key difference. Healthy people may forget, but they say, "I don't remember, but maybe you're right." They don't attack your sanity. So stand firm. I remember it clearly. You don't need a courtroom argument. You don't need to prove every detail. Just trust your memory. Protect your reality. And finally, the guilt trip. You set a boundary. You say no. You speak up. And they look wounded and say, "After everything I've done for you?" That one is designed to pierce straight through your confidence, because now you feel ungrateful, disloyal, cruel. But let's get something straight. Real kindness doesn't come with a scoreboard. If someone does something for you and later uses it as leverage, that wasn't generosity. That was an investment expecting control. Healthy love does not keep receipts. You can appreciate someone's past support and still demand respect in the present. So respond with this: I appreciate what you've done, and I still need this boundary. Gratitude and boundaries can coexist. If someone tries to make you feel like you owe them unlimited access to your peace because of past favors, that's not love, that's control. Now step back and look at the pattern. None of these questions sound aggressive. They sound normal, casual, almost harmless. But every single one does the same thing. It shifts responsibility away from them and onto you. It makes you doubt your feelings, your memory, your needs, your boundaries. Toxic people don't always yell. They confuse, they redirect, they minimize, they guilt. Healthy people ask questions to understand you. Toxic people ask questions to destabilize you. So the next time you hear one of these phrases, pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, is this person trying to connect with me or control me? That one question alone will change everything. Because once you recognize the pattern, the spell breaks. You stop over-explaining. You stop apologizing for existing. You stop shrinking to make someone else comfortable. And you start standing firm. You deserve relationships where your feelings are respected, where your boundaries are honored, where your memory isn't questioned, where humor doesn't humiliate you. You are not too sensitive. You are not dramatic. You are not selfish. You are not crazy. And you are not ungrateful for wanting respect. You are aware, and awareness is power. If this opened your eyes even a little, imagine how many other subtle behaviors are hiding in plain sight. Stay observant. Stay grounded. And most importantly, trust yourself. Because real love doesn't twist your mind. It protects your peace.